Hello my dark darlings, and welcome back to Miss Macabre. Tonight I have some chilling horror stories for you to fall asleep to. So dim the lights, get comfortable, and let the darkness pull you in. And if you enjoy late night horror, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join me again for more. Now, let's begin. In 2002, Hannah Mercer was 10 years old when her parents bought what they called their dream home. A large 2-story house in a quiet suburban neighborhood with a finished basement, a fenced backyard and a swimming pool that made her younger brother, Ben, scream with excitement the moment he saw it. For the first few weeks, it felt magical. Hannah remembers summer dinners on the patio, her mother planting flowers by the fence, and her father grinning every time he talked about how lucky they were. It was the kind of place that made kids believe they'd live there forever. Then the letters started. At first they seemed like childish pranks, plain white envelopes with no return address, left in the mailbox or tucked between the front door and the frame. Inside were short, unsettling messages written in blocky black letters. You don't know this house. Some things were left behind, the pool remembers. Hannah's father laughed them off. The neighborhood had teenagers, he said, kids with too much time, but Hannah's mother wasn't convinced. She began checking the locks every night and keeping the curtains closed after dark. Then Hannah saw the man. She was in the pool one afternoon, floating on her back, when she opened her eyes and noticed a figure standing behind the fence near the back tree line. A man in a dark hoodie, completely still, watching her from between the slats. She screamed. By the time her father ran outside, the figure was gone. Police took a report but found nothing. That should have been the end of it. Instead, things escalated. A back window was found unlatched. Ben's stuffed dinosaur disappeared and turned up in the deep end of the pool 2 days later. The motion lights in the yard kept switching on at random. Around 3 a.m. Hannah's mother began insisting the children sleep in the same room on weekends, because she had a bad feeling. Then came the Polaroids one morning. Hannah woke up to her mother screaming downstairs. Spread across the kitchen table were 6 Polaroid photographs. One showed Hannah asleep in bed. Another showed Ben sitting on the floor of the playroom. One was taken from outside the bathroom window while her mother brushed her hair, and the last photo showed the family at dinner, taken through the sliding glass door from the backyard. Every picture had been taken from impossibly close range. Someone had been inside the property, maybe even inside the house. The police searched the entire home and yard. At first they found nothing. Then Ben mentioned he'd heard someone in the little house the night before. The little house was what he called the old pool storage shed near the back fence. Inside, tucked behind chlorine buckets and tangled hoses, officers found a sleeping bag, empty water bottles, food wrappers, and a box of Polaroid film. There was also a stack of older photographs, some of the family, some of previous owners, and some of the house itself from years earlier. The man had been living in the pool shed. He had likely been there for days, maybe weeks. Worse, detectives later discovered he had once worked landscaping jobs in the neighborhood and knew which houses were empty during the day. He had become fixated on the Mercer family after seeing them move in, and according to his own rambling statement after arrest, believed the house still belonged to him, because he had hidden there as a teenager years before. Hannah still refuses to swim in backyard pools, because sometimes the idea of a dream home is just that, an idea. And sometimes the worst nightmares are already waiting for you when you move in.